So operating systems lab 3, experiment number 3. So here the first question was to check if the first element and the last element of the given array are equal to 6. So I'll just go to the program fastly. So here, okay, okay, just a minute. Uh, yeah, okay. So here, in this main section of main class, here I just have one method which does the checking, and in this main function I just get the input, and then I just print the output. So here in the main function, I'm just asking I'm just having a variable n to to ask the user for the total size of the array and store it in this variable n. So that's there, and here I just initialize. I just make a object s of the scanner class so that I could input. Here I'm just getting the input of the n value, first n value. Here I'm just making a new array and uh, of size n, and I'm just asking the user to enter the elements of the array one by one in an order. So this code just inputs the elements of the array and stores it in its respective place in the array. In here, I just call this function. If it returns true, this will be printed. If it returns false, then this will be printed. And for this method, I'm just passing two arguments, the array and the total size n. So here, as you can see, this is the method which has two arguments. Here, I'm just doing one if checking. So if this array, the first element, that is air of 0, is equal to 0, or if the last element is air of n minus 1 is equal to 0, return true, otherwise return false. Let's see the output. Uh, just a minute. So as you can see, I'm just having 5, inputting the total size of the array. Now say 6. Uh, okay, it runs true because the first element is 6. So the program is working. Let's go to the next program. In this program, okay, just a minute. In this program, like we were asked to print the middle two elements given an array of even size. So this method does the job of returning the middle two elements, and in the in the in the in the in the main method we will be inputting and outputting the values. So here I just have one variable n for getting the total size of the array from the user, initializing the scanner object as s, and here I'm just storing the value of the total size given by the user to the variable n. Here I'm just making a new array of the size n, integer array of the size n. And here I'm just asking the user to input the elements one by one in an order. User inputs, and this code makes sure that it is stored in order in the array. So here I'm just passing this array and variable n, that is the total size, to this function, and the return value will be stored in this variable. It's actually an array, so it will be stored in the array. So here, as you can see, I have two arguments. So I make a new array of size to all, because we need to just print the middle two elements. So here the first element would obviously be n by 2 minus 1. Minus 1 because it's 0 index. If it was 1 based index, it will be like n by 2 and n by 2 plus 1. But as it is 0 based index, it will be n by 2 minus 1 and n by 2. First element will be n by 2 minus 1 of ARR. Second element will be the element in the position n by 2 of ARR. we stored here, and this value is returned, uh, and this array is returned. This result array is returned. That I'm just printing it here. I'll just show you the output. So here, okay, it's asking the total number of the is asking the total size of the array. We'll give it as 5. No, sorry, it should be an even array, so even sized array. So we give it as 6. So say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should be 3 and 4. The answer is 3 and 4. So the output is verified. Third problem. The third problem was to, okay. The third problem is this. They give two arrays. The user gives two arrays, and we need to calculate the sum of the like all the elements in that array. And whichever array has a bigger sum, that array will be printed. If in case both the sum is the same, then the first array will be printed. Okay. Here, this method does the job of finding the total sum and returning the array with the greatest sum. So here, this is the main function. So here, I just initialize the scanner class with an S object. So here I have two arrays of size 2, because in the question it was given array of size 2. So that's it. So here I was asking the user to enter the elements of both the arrays one by one after the other. So like these three like these three lines of code, make sure the first two element is stored in this array. These three lines of code, make sure the next two element is stored in this array. And I pass this array to this method bigger to both the arrays, and that result is stored in this array result. So here, as you can see, this method, I am having two integer variables, array sum1 and array sum2, to calculate the total sum till now. So this for loop iterates and adds up the individual value in this array, in the first array to this array sum1. Same thing here, but for the second array in array sum2 happens here. Okay, then this if statement checks if the first like if the first array sum is greater than or equal to the second array sum, it returns a first array. Why equal to? Because in the question was clearly stated, if it is a tie, return the first array. So it is greater than or equal to. So we return the first array. Otherwise, we return the second array. And then after that is returned, it is being printed here. Let's see the output. So say 3 and 4, then 5 and 6. As you can see, 5 and 6 is like is the has the bigger sum. So the output is 5 and 6. Let's go on to the next problem. Just a minute. Last problem. This is problem from set 2. Okay. In this problem, we will be given a two-dimensional matrix. An array okay. Uh, we'll be given a two-dimensional array. In Max, it's a matrix. So we just need to find the transpose of it. So I have this method to find the transpose of it, and this main function is input and print the values. So here I'm just having a variable n for both for for getting the rows value and column value from the user. So here it asks the value for n. Uh, In this program, I'm just using this n value for both rows and columns. So here it gets it. And here it makes a two-dimensional array for both with n rows and n columns. And here it asks the user uh, for in for an input one by one, like one after the other, and these three cores. Okay, and these four lines of code just make sure that the value is stored in this position, like in an order in the array, like properly. Then I pass this array to the transpose function and the total size, like the row size and column size, and I have and and the value returned here is stored in result. So in this method, as you can see, I just mm, uh, as you can see, I just made a brand new array of the same size. This is also a two-dimensional array, and I'm just saying if okay the element uh, the the okay, okay, the element stored in the jth index, uh, okay, the element stored in the jth row and the ith column will be copied to the ith row and jth column of this new transpose array. So what this does is it basically transposes the matrix, and we just return the and we just return this array, and after it returns it gets stored here, then we just print the result here. So okay, okay, uh, now let's see the output to see. So as you can see, it's asking for n values. I'm just giving 3. Matrix is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. Okay. As you can clearly see, it transposed the row became columns. So the columns became the rows. So that's it. Thanks for watching.